The media has found another lie, another drummed up, dramatic story about the president to traumatize and disrupt America over nothing. President Donald Trump is doing his job as a president. He's calling the president of Ukraine. He's congratulating the man on winning, becoming the new president of Ukraine, which is a corrupt government historically. President Donald Trump also began to talk some business over with the guy, and he also suggested to him that you need to investigate Joe Biden's son. He suggested to him. There was no quid pro quo. He didn't offer him anything. He didn't offer him any money or anything from the United States. He's suggesting that the man, investigate the story about Biden's son, Hunter Biden, who got all this money, who Biden himself, who was when he was vice president, told the story. All right? There's a recording out and a video out with him saying, and I told him that you got 6 hours to drop this story, to drop that prosecutor that's going after my son and the company that my son is getting this money from. You got 6 hours. I'm leaving this place in 6 hours. And if you don't get him fired in 6 hours, he says, when you're not getting the $2 billion from the United States, that's our money. That's our money. But he was using that money as leverage so his son can get the deal and not be investigated for the crime that he was peddling over there. And don't forget, Hunter Biden did some deals with China too and got something like $1 billion out of China. And that's because Joe Biden was the vice president. All right? He used his position as vice president to get some stuff done. All right? That's against the law. See, when you're a Democrat, you can do whatever you want to do, and you're going to get away with it. All right? You can guarantee that. The media's not going to press like they're pressing against Donald Trump. They're pressing. I mean, they press hard. Have we not learned anything from this Russiagate? We haven't learned anything from that, right? Okay, they talked about this stuff for years, right? And they came up with nothing, right? You think they're going to come up with something here? Or do they just want to keep something negative, a negative drumbeat in the air, instead of going after the real criminal, which was Joe Biden and his son? They shut that down. They don't want to investigate that. They don't want to talk about that. But you want to talk about the president doing his job and calling another president and some whistleblower who needs to go to jail. Right? He needs to go to jail for that. President Donald Trump, as tough a guy as he is, he's too light-handed. He's too light-handed. William Barr, they're too light-handed. They're taking too long to bring justice on these people. I don't want to see the country go through any more of this, but as long as CNN is around, as long as the deep state is around, as long as MSNBC is around, they're going to keep some junk out there. And when their stories don't ring true, which they already know they're not true, when these stories are not true, they don't come back and apologize. They move on to another false narrative. They just move on to another false. You just put a false story out there, and they will jump on it like hungry piranha in a river. They're going to jump on the story. It doesn't matter what it is. They're going to come with a false narrative. And that's how it is with these people. This is Pastor Jerome. I'll see you on the other end.